Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to Livestream Tuesday. This is the time of the week where we go live and see who's in the comment section. Also look at a few videos as well. So without further ado, let's get the comments up on screen and see if anybody's in the house. We've got Carla who's in the house already. So hello Carla, thanks for joining in so quickly. We've got a moderator in the comment section who is moderating just herself at the moment by the looks of it, but thank you Carla for joining in so quickly. I always think it takes a little bit of time for the comments to come through the comment section. Now hopefully the message at the top of the screen is going to move as the comments come through, which it has done, which is great. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've got Darren and Renee and Nanette and Jeff and Renee, and Vince. We've got too many names going through. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight on a Tuesday night when you could be doing lots of other things. But we will listen to some music together. And when I start, I always say a massive thank you to my patrons because they make these videos possible. And their names go across the bottom of the screen throughout the whole live stream. So we'll get those running across the screen now. So thank you guys so much for your support. It means so much to be able to do a new video every night and do these live streams so that we can catch up with each other on a Tuesday night. But anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you get a chance, please hit that thumbs up button. Last week we were scuppered because of a disconnection. I don't know what happened. Something happened where we had to do the live stream in two separate sections, so the live chat was separated in two, therefore the likes didn't count. So I'm not sure how many we got to, but maybe, fingers crossed, if we can keep the whole live stream going for the whole duration tonight, we might be able to get somewhere near 200 or maybe 300. 300 was such a crazy target that we managed to achieve a few weeks ago, but we will see, fingers crossed. But if you can leave a like, that would be massively appreciated. We've had a super chat donation already, and this is Sandy who has donated $5, and the message with that is, what is your opinion on keyboards versus piano? And my opinion is, for my own personal use, I'm going to be using keyboards because I've got a USB keyboard which is just out of shop, but it's just within reach to do things with recording, which is good. In terms of a piano, it's just really big and bulky, and for what I use, it's just going to be keyboards the whole time rather than having a piano. I'm sure that if people just play the piano and that's just their main instrument, then there's a lot to be said for having an actual piano. But for me, I need lots of different sounds that I can use as a MIDI keyboard through USB and just trigger sounds. But anyway, thank you Sandy for that question. A really early question for the live stream. Probably the earliest question I've ever been asked on a live stream. But thank you for the donation, Sandy. And we had another donation under that, and it was Dropkick Chester, who has donated $2, and the message is Kafanes Avientam. So thank you for that. I'm sure that is a language that I'm not familiar with and therefore probably can't pronounce it anywhere near what it should be, but thank you so much for that donation of $2. And then Gwen has donated $10 as well. Thank you so much for that, Gwen. And she says, hi Phil, more footage of you playing the drums. So I will. This is something that in the future with my cover videos, I'll start to edit in some drum playing if I can record that as well. As everybody will know by now, you just get bored of me telling you, but when I do a cover video, I have a camera that I use that I have to do lots of different angles with the same camera. So I've actually got two cameras, but setting them up and getting all the different angles, sometimes I might have 8 to 10 angles, especially because I like looking at the guitar. I might have 4 or 5 angles just of the guitar, so it means I have to keep moving the camera. So by the time I've done that, I just want to finish because I've been filming for about 2 hours. But in the future, I will try and stick some drums in there as well. But thank you, Gwen, so much for that $10 donation. And Lynn has donated $10 as well. So thank you so much for that, Lynn, who just is crazy with her donations. Thank you, Lynn, massively appreciated for this donation and all the past ones, and the PayPal. That's something that has come up as well. You can donate on PayPal, and I think it's paypal.me/Wings of Pegasus. But I'll have to put a link in there somewhere, so if you do want to donate directly to PayPal, then you can do that. But thank you so much, Lynn, for that $10 donation. And then we've got Carla, who's just donated as well, the first lady in the house tonight. And the donation is for $9.99. And Carla says, finally got my new card. By the way, someone made a super chat donation in the pre-live. So thank you for that, Carla. And I'm not sure whether I get to see that donation that happened before we were actually live. The first one that I can see is from Sandy at 12:02 a.m. So that would have been after we started. So maybe that's going to be in a list somewhere. But if you did donate in the pre-live stream, thank you so much for that. I will check out the records and see who that was. So thank you guys so much. Anyway, we're going to be getting into the first video, and we've got 123 people in the house. If we can spike the likes already, that would be amazing. We're just coming up to 7 minutes of the live stream, so let's see if we can get a spike of the likes as we move into the first video of the night. So with it being October and Halloween being around the corner, I've had a couple of requests over on Patreon to play my song, which is called Haunted. So it's very fitting, and it's going to be the live version, so it's going to be Halloween themed as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. It's my track called Haunted. This is from the live stream gig that I did, and I'll see you guys after this video. I'm going to be in the comments as well, so I'll be jumping in and out to join in with you guys. But just before I start, we've just had a $50 donation, and this is from Sally. Thank you so much for that, Sally. And Sally says, happy to be here tonight. Anxious to hear what you have been up to. So thank you for the donation, and I will be getting into that probably after this video, because lots of things have been happening and doing emails to different people and stuff, but hopefully, fingers crossed, some exciting stuff will be happening this week. But this is my track called Haunted. I'm going to be in the comment section, and I'll see you guys after this. If you can leave a like during this video, that would be massively appreciated. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Rock! 1, 2, 3, 4!
Another dark December day.
There we go, that was my track called Haunted. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And whilst that was all kicking off, we had another donation in the super chat, and this is from Lisa, and she donated $10. So thank you so much for that, Lisa. There's a question with that was, how did you come up with the name Wings of Pegasus? And the answer to that is that I just came up with it. I think maybe there was a bit of a Winger influence in there, because Winger is one of those bands, late 80s, early 90s, that I'm into and was into, and I've been to see live multiple times. So that is probably where I wanted to go in terms of the band name, and me and my other guitarist at the time were just brainstorming ideas, and Wings of Pegasus just came out, and I thought that's exactly what I want the band name to sound like, so that people know the music before you even listen to the music. It kind of sounds like, at least to me, an 80s hard rock kind of band. So also with big hair, that was something that I wanted to try and get an image of, but I don't know how you do that with a band name, but hopefully it is suitable, and I think maybe it's a good one. I'm just keeping it anyway, even though some people say, oh, it's not a very good band name. All I know is that it ranks #1 on Google as me, and that's, I think, nowadays such a rare thing for so many bands and artists just to be found on the internet, because it is such a saturated market. If you can get a band name that just sticks out and takes people to you on Google, then that's the half of it. That's half the battle won. But anyway, thank you so much for that, Lisa, and for that question. And Rose has donated $10 as well. Thank you, Rose, for that. And the question is, so what kind of mischief did you and your mates get up to on Halloween/bonfire night? And I don't even know when it is, because my day is exactly the same thing pretty much, day in, day out, and it always ends with doing a video. So my analysis videos, come rain or shine, always happen. I start the research at about 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and then I usually finish about 3:30 in the morning. So that is my evening. So not very exciting, but exciting to look at a band and analyze them, point out a few things and upload it for you guys to check out. So unfortunately, I don't really get out too much socially. I used to quite a lot. Well, I used to go to university, so that was every single night. I probably just did all of my late night socializing when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and nowadays it's a lot more reserved, and I can just spend my time listening to awesome bands and analysing them as well, and interacting with you guys. But thank you, Rose. So unfortunately, not a very exciting answer to that question, but thank you for that $10 donation. And Vince has donated $5 as well. And is it a question? It might just be a statement. Or Vince has said, hey Phil, some people asked for band introductions from that video. Okay, so in that video we had the guitarist on my left, who was a member of my band before, but then I'm not sure how many years ago he left, but pretty much when I decided to take everything online and do everything myself, that was when he left the band, and that was Griff. That's just his name. I'm not sure whether he wants me to say his full name on the internet. The other thing about the drummer, funny story, that he plays for another band, or he did at the time, and he might still do. So wearing the Halloween mask, I think it wasn't a Halloween mask, it was a mask from the Saw films, and it was Billy the Puppet. And that's just what he decided to wear, so he couldn't be named or recognized for drumming for Wings of Pegasus when he should have been focusing on his other band. So I won't be mentioning his name on this particular live stream, but he knows who he is, obviously. And then there was me there as well, and we also had Andy, who's behind the camera, and we've got some bass going on, and this room, you can't really see everybody because you'd have to pan round, and I could only cover half of the studio in the black curtain. I did it all in here, by the way, so I set up a smoke machine that I just totally forgot to set off throughout the whole thing, so that was a shame. But yeah, in terms of the band, those were the guys, and it's mostly just a case of me ringing them up and saying, look, I want to do something. Can we get together and rehearse? And it takes a lot of organisation. That especially did, because I was obviously doing the whole rehearsing and trying to get the live stream sorted. This was before you could just click a button to live stream. I had to go through a company in Germany in order to live stream to the USA and all the other countries. I think there were 27 countries that were tuning in at that time, so it was a real pain to organize it all, but it would be so much easier to organize now. But of course would still take the hours and hours and hours of rehearsal and making sure that everything goes off without a hitch. But anyway, thank you so much for that donation. It was Vince. It was $5. I've got to scroll up because it's going a bit crazy here in the super chat donations. Thank you guys so much. And we then had Misplaced Hillbilly, who's donated $5. And the message is, I was going to suggest Hank Jr. My name is Bocephus. Log onto YouTube to message Phil. And bam, it was already up. So thank you for that donation. And yes, that was last night's video. We had a little bit of Hank Jr. and really interesting story behind his music, and especially in the early days. I don't want to recover it all now because you guys can just go and watch that video, but the accident that he had, which was just insane, that he fell almost 150 meters onto rocks. Just amazing that he survived that and then came back, learned how to sing again and talk again because of his facial fractures that he had. So really interesting stuff. But thank you anyway. I don't want to get sidetracked. I'll be talking all night if I start talking about analysis videos. But thank you so much, Misplaced Hillbilly, for that $5 donation. And Lynn has donated again, and this is $20. Thank you so much, Lynn, for that. The message is, in Greek mythology, Pegasus was a magical being who could do anything, just a coincidence. Thank you for that, Lynn. I think the Pegasus is a horse, which is obviously why that is on the logo. Don't know if it's... Well, it's got to be a magical horse, hasn't it? Because it's flying. At least that's my understanding of it, that it's got wings. I'm not really up to speed with my Greek mythology, but all I know is that the Pegasus was a horse, and I think it flew. So, magical indeed. Thank you, Lynn, so much for that $20 donation. And we just had another one as well. Actually, another 3. We had Linda, who's donated $5. Thank you so much. And that message is, donation in the pre-live stream was dopey me. So here's another for the trouble. Thank you, Linda, for donating before I'd even started. That has got to be a new record in terms of the earliest donation when I wasn't even here yet. So thank you, Linda, so much for that. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, by the way, in the comments section. We've got Marcia in the house as well. Hello, Marcia, and KADJ, and R. Carlos, and David Olson. Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If any of you guys in the comments section haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, that would be massively appreciated. We'll see if we can get a spike of the likes on the 20th minute of the live stream. So, Lucy has donated as well. Lucy has donated $49.99. Thank you so much for that, Lucy. The message is, Phil, thanks for keeping 80s rock alive. Here's some dollars to get out and have some fun. So, thank you. I'm not sure what I would spend money on if it wasn't musical things, because I guess when people go out, a lot of their money goes on alcohol because it's very expensive, whereas I don't drink alcohol because I just don't like the taste of it. So I'm sure just getting an orange juice or something is just as expensive nowadays anyway, so maybe I could just spend that all on expensive orange juice and grape juice and other juices that I like. Apple juice is nice as well. But thank you, Lucy, so much for that $49.99 donation. And then Kathy has donated $5, and the message is, since it is about Halloween, could you do Van Morrison Moon Dance? Thank you, Phil. Thank you for that donation, Kathy. Like I said, we did have a request for Haunted, which is the first video that I played. That was a little bit of a Halloween theme for tonight, but thank you so much for that donation, Kathy. And I'm not sure whether I'll be able to shoehorn in Van Morrison, but he's already on the channel, of course, but maybe Moondance can find its way into the analysis videos as well. But thank you so much for that donation. Okay, guys, so we're going to be moving on with the show. straight after I've said, Tim, thank you for that donation, a $10 donation, and the message is, here's $10 towards something musical or grape juice. Thank you, Tim. Much appreciated. I will go and just, as we say here, go on a shopping spree and just blast that $10 and Lucy's dollars as well, $49.99 on musical things and grape juice. Thank you guys so much for all of the donations in the super chat tonight already. If we get a chance, please hit that thumbs up button because we've got a few people in the house here at the moment. So if everybody hits that thumbs up, we might be able to spike those likes. So I did say that I was going to explain what I've been up to this week, and if you have watched the channel for any length of time, you might have noticed last night, somehow, for some reason, the name of the channel changed to my name. So it just said Phil Henley instead of Wings of Pegasus. No idea why that happened, and thank you everybody for commenting and messaging me about the name change of the channel, because then I could find how to change it eventually. Once the channel has changed name, because I didn't do it, I've got no idea how to change the name of the channel because it's in the settings somewhere, or the account settings. I didn't know where to find it, but eventually I did find how to change it back to Wings of Pegasus. I think I might know why that happened yesterday, but it wasn't me that did it. It was something that just YouTube decided to do for me. So thank you very much, YouTube. Not intentional at all, and it's going to stay as Wings of Pegasus because it should be that now. Fingers crossed that's what it is saying on your screens at home. Anyway, we're going to be getting into the next video, and this is a first for the channel because this is a dedication, and this is a dedication to Jazzcat from your secret admirer. So this is going to be Is This Love by Whitesnake, my cover of it, and it was a dedicated, or at least requested for a dedication over on Patreon. So anyway, I'm going to be in the comments section for this. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys afterwards. Rock! You go alone. It's times like these I can't make it on my own. Wasted days, me sleepless nights, and I can't wait to see you again. I found to spend my time waiting on your call. How can I tell you, babe, my back's against the wall. By my side just to tell me it's alright, 'cause I don't think I can take anymore. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this a love that I've been searching for? Is this love, or am I dreaming? This must be love, 'cause it's really got
on me.
So that was my cover of the Whitesnake classic, Is This Love? And that was played as a dedication type thing, the first video that we've ever had on the channel, on the live stream that I've done that for, and that was for Jazzcat from Your Secret Admirer. So I hope you guys enjoyed that particular cover. So thank you everybody for joining me tonight on this Tuesday night. I hope you guys are having a good evening, if it is evening where you are, or a good afternoon or morning, depending on where we are around the world. So we're coming up to half an hour into the live stream. If you get a chance, hit that thumbs up. I'm not sure how far we are in terms of our goal in, well, trying to reach as many thumbs up as possible, but looks like Lisa has just said 215 likes. So Lisa just interrupted me there with her comment, but thank you so much for that update, because that's amazing so far, 215 already. If you haven't hit that like button, it would be massively appreciated. Maybe we might be able to get to 300 tonight, I do not know, but fingers crossed, we will see what happens. So anyway, I'm going to be getting into just what has been happening this week and what might be happening in the future, some cool stuff going on. So I've been chatting with Frank Marino today and last weekend, so we're going to be joining forces this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if we can work out our time. I think this is mostly my problem, is working out the time difference between us, because he's in New York and I'm here just outside London. So we're going to organise our diaries and meet up in a physical, not a physical, I guess it's kind of like an internet kind of way. What would be the word for that? Digital. Maybe we'll meet up in a digital kind of format. So we'll be doing that later this week, and that's going to be looking at Frank Marino's playing, but also it's going to be such a cool thing to do, an analysis video on Frank Marino with Frank Marino. So everything that I say in my normal analysis videos, I've got the guy there who can actually answer the questions and the points that I'm making. We can get the input from the actual artist. So it's going to be really cool. That'll be happening later this week. If you are on Patreon, then you guys will be up to date. I'll keep posting on there just to let you guys know how it went and when the editing will be completed and when I'll be uploading that as an analysis video for the channel with Frank Marino. Also, I've been speaking with Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult, because he is like to be on the show as well. We'll do a similar kind of thing, looking at Buck's playing and get Buck involved on an analysis video. And I hung out with Buck because I wasn't sure how that sentence was going to end, but I hung out with Buck when he was here in London with Blue Oyster Cult playing at the Hammersmith Apollo, and we managed to chat there, and it'll be great to have him on the channel as well, so that'll be super cool in the future. Another thing is that Dennis DeYoung, who I did a video on Styx, and he was obviously performing amazingly well with the song Babe, and he messaged me on Facebook, and he did a post on Facebook just highlighting the video that I did, and he said that he would have to put me in his will, which is a very nice thing to say, but it's not necessary at all. But I'm sure the royalties that he gets from Babe is just crazy, because what a massive hit that is, and Styx's only ever #1, so that was very much one of Dennis's tracks. But anyway, so Dennis, thank you so much for the kind words, and the kind words about my music and my playing, and it's great to be able to rub shoulders with these guys, and maybe in the future that's a bridge that we can cross. Maybe Dennis will be interested in coming on the show as well, because that'd be really cool. This is the thing, that now we're at about 95,000 subscribers, something like that. So it means that if we do get to 100,000, that'd be amazing. Obviously, it's not the end of the world. If nothing happens, we just stay at 95, that's fine. I think it's a big enough audience already, but if we do get to 100,000, it would be really cool, and it might be a point at which the channel can kick on, and if we start getting some real artists and musicians on the channel, that would be great as well, especially from the old school, so that we can start getting the proper music a bit of exposure, so that we can have a look back at some of the videos and talk with the artists and their approach to music, because it's such an interesting topic. But anyway, that's what's been going on this week, but I think I'll constantly be updating you guys on the live stream as well, so that you guys know what's happening, but that'll be happening, fingers crossed, this week with Frank. Anyway, by the way, Frank Marino's just released his DVD and Blu-ray box set, which he was kind enough to send to me, and it's 6 hours of just immense playing and performance. So once I release the video with Frank, I'll put a link to the DVD and Blu-ray, because you guys have got to check that out if you get a chance. But anyway, we have had some donations in the super chat as well. So we have had another donation from Tim. I thought that was maybe a double repeat of the same one, but this one was $5, and Tim says, "Your bedside manner is awesome. Love your music. Much respect." So thank you for that, Tim, for that $5 donation, the second donation in a row from Tim consecutively in that super chat section. And then Jen has donated $5 as well. Thank you so much for that, Jen. And she said, "For that guitar solo," with a smiley face. So thank you, Jen, for that donation. And then Jane has donated $10, and Jane has a man jumping up and down, and it says #1 fan. So thank you for that, Jane. That was a $10 donation. And Mike has also just donated $4.99. So thank you so much for that, Mike. And the message is, "Thanks, mate. Love your show." So thank you for watching. Thank you, everybody, for watching and for tuning in tonight, and for hitting that like button, and for commenting on the analysis videos as well, because it all helps the channel to grow. And the reason that the subscribers is going up is because of all you guys watching the videos and liking and subscribing and commenting and doing all of these things that make it a really interesting place to be, and an awesome comment section as well, because loads of comment sections on YouTube, I'm probably going to tempt fate now, but it's just full of trolls just commenting all the time. But for the most part, the comment section underneath the analysis videos are people actually talking about artists and talking about music and talking about the analysis of the performance and exploring really interesting things. So it's a really cool place to be, as is the Tuesday night live stream comment section, because we've got our moderators in there. We've got Laurie, who is saying 256, and that's great. If that's the number of likes, if you can hit that thumbs up, that would be great, because we are closing in on 300 for tonight. So thank you, Laurie, for just posting that. I think we've got Kathy in the house here somewhere as well. And I saw Neil's name earlier because I said hi to him in the comments section. So thank you guys for tuning in. And we've had another donation. This one is from Charles, and he says, "Hi Phil, how about an analysis of Raven's Chainsaw live video on BBC from the early 80s? Thanks." So thank you for that donation, Charles, and that is certainly something that I can add to my list. On my analysis list, it's a really long list, as you guys can imagine, but everything that is suggested does get put on there. So Ronald has just donated $5 as well, and the question is, I saw the question mark, so I'm going to give the answer. Do you mind sharing your bio? Mum, dad, brothers, sisters, their occupations? Were there musicians in your family? Thanks. In terms of this live stream, would go on for hours if I got into my actual bio. If you want to find out a little bit about me, on wingsofpegasus.com there is a bio that says about me, and I go through lots of musical things that I've done, places that I've played, all of that kind of stuff. None of my family are musicians, technically, in terms of doing it as a profession, but my dad plays guitar and teaches drums and guitar as well at a school, and my mum does like to whistle around the house, which really annoys my dad, but she's a secretary at the same school that my dad teaches guitar and drums at. So that's what they do. I think probably what I do came from my dad playing guitar in his room at the weekend, and I was very young and I used to just watch him play, and I'm sure that was some kind of hint, or it maybe planted a seed of music. I think certainly music has been in my family, not necessarily doing it as a profession, but always as a hobby and something that we've been passionate about, I guess. So yeah, my sister also used to sing a little bit and do other things, but then she moved on to other things. She's got a family now, so hasn't got time to do any of this music stuff, but I just do it I do it enough for our whole family, I think. But anyway, thank you so much for that question and for that donation, $5 from Ronald. Thank you so much for that. And then we have Empress Mermaid, $2.43, and Empress says, have you always stayed up all night? And no, with this channel, I started at 1,500 views. Well, probably that's quite accurate in terms of the whole channel, but 1,500 subscribers I was at for quite a long time with Wings of Pegasus and my music, and I'd pretty much go to bed at maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. But then as the subscribers have increased and I started doing the analysis videos, it's then delayed my time, just because I don't have those extra hours in the day. They don't exist. I have to add them on to the end of the day. So yeah, at the moment, I'm pretty much staying up till maybe 4 or 5, sometimes a little bit later, but it's just to fit everything in, because I want to make sure that I interact with all of you guys and check out all the comments and make sure that I can still do a video every night, because that's something that once I've done a video every night for over 500 nights, I can't stop that run. It's like an addiction that I've got to do a video every night to keep the run going, to see how long I can make this video every night run go on for. So it's just something that I am determined to stick with. But anyway, Empress Mermaid, thank you for that donation and the question. And we have Tennessee Moppy in the house as well, who has donated $10. Hello, Tennessee Moppy. And a quick plug about the Facebook page, because there's a Wings of Pegasus supporters page over on Facebook, and Tennessee Moppy is in charge of that. So if you want to join that and keep the conversation going from the live stream, you can hop over there after the live stream, or you can jump on there anytime you like to talk about anything musical. So the question is, Phil, tell us what your family thinks about what you do and that you have all these crazy followers. I'm not sure they really think about it too much. I just have always done this, and I think they think it's great that I've got an audience now, but I have always spent every day, probably since the age of 19, 20, every day I've been doing music, spending probably about 4 hours a day either practicing, or maybe 4 hours a day practicing and 2 to 4 hours just trying to email different DJs and different people in the industry, going to gigs, trying to give bands my CD. I've always done that. So for them, nothing's changed really. It's just that I've got an audience now, and it's amazing, and things have finally clicked in terms of finding like-minded people, but also for what I'm doing to get out to a broader audience. And I think certainly taking my music online was a wise choice, because especially in London, just outside London, original music is pay to play. So it means that you have to buy all of the tickets from the venue first. So it might be £300 or £400 you've got to spend to actually play, and then you've got to sell those tickets. And just selling £300 or £400 worth of tickets for original music is so difficult. So unfortunately, the music industry here at the grassroots level is eating itself up, and everybody is having to go online. So this is very much a default, I think, nowadays for bands, and I think it's the way that it should be done, because it means that you can now expose so many people to your music without playing in a pub where there might be 2 people watching, and then they're not interested, so you don't get any more followers, and just all you've done is spend all your money on petrol, and you're actually going bankrupt because you're spending 40 quid a time rehearsing as well. So anyway, that's just the way of it. I've just been doing the same thing. But anyway, Tennessee Moppy, thank you so much for that $10 donation. And Jay Ward has donated $5, and that's a straight up donation. Thank you, Jay Ward, for that. And Lucy has donated $14.99. And the message is, here's some dollars to buy some coffee if you drink it. Yes, I do drink coffee. I have 1 coffee a day. And to keep you awake to watch the Frank Marino. We missed out the N of Marino, but that's probably auto-correct thing. And DVD was the final bit. Frank Marino DVD. So thank you, Lucy, so much for that donation. And yes, staying up. I don't think you need coffee to stay up to watch Frank Marino's DVD, because it's just insane, the whole thing. It will keep you awake. But thank you so much for that donation, Lucy, again. And we have Genrat again, who has donated $2. And the message is, David wants with that, just a straight up donation. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this is still going live. I'm not sure if it is. It says it is, but maybe things have stopped. It looks like we are buffering, so maybe we'll have to resume. Right, I'm going to now not go live and see if I can figure this thing out. So I've just started up the live stream again. I'm not sure whether this is actually going to work or not. Fingers crossed. It might be the case that we pop on live again. I do not know, but let's see what's happened. If anybody can see me or hear me, if you can refresh your screen or the live stream page, then maybe I'm back live, because it says I am live and it says the stream is continuing, stream resumed. So maybe we've managed to dodge the bullet. Somehow we got interrupted and we're straight back on. So I'm just going to resume as if everything's fine. It looks like we're getting thumbs up. So thanks guys for sticking with me. I think we lost about 100 people that left, so it's only a few people that are still here. But thank you guys for sticking with me and staying with this. I think we're pretty much okay. So I'm going to pick up from where I left off. We had Synergy Impala number 475 who donated. Thank you so much for that. And then Gina Cena who donated $9.99. And the message with that is sending tea money and love. Cheers. So thank you for that, Gina. And then we had Michaeline Couch with another donation. Thank you for that, Michaeline. $4.99. 4 or 5. You have lost your mind. Yes, it is a little bit late, but it's even better now because it's getting towards the winter, so it means it stays dark. Whereas in the summer, 4 or 5, the sun's coming up and it's getting light, and that's a bit of a pain because it doesn't feel like night anymore. But anyway, Michaeline, thank you so much for that donation. Lucy, Texas Gal, has donated again with $9.99. Thank you so much, Lucy. And the message is, I'm not saying that the Frank Marino DVD will put you to sleep, but 6 hours is a lot. You need to get some rest. So yes, that's true that I probably do need to get some rest at some point, but I will keep on doing everything while I can, because I just have to keep up this run of doing analysis videos every night. But anyway, Lucy, thank you so much for that, and apologies if I said about Frank Marino's DVD being too long, because it certainly isn't, and that's not what Lucy was saying in the first place. But we will be getting into Frank Marino's DVD very soon. Just 6 hours of crazy good footage, and like I said, hopefully later this week. But anyway, Pam has donated $19.99, and Pam says, this is for you. Great group of people united because of you and your music. How cool is that? Great Tuesday evening. Thanks, guys. So thank you, Pam, for that donation, $19.99, and hopefully this is still going out live and the donations still show up on the screen, because we've had a lot of donations tonight. And thank you, Pam, for that one. And thank you, everybody, for joining me, because I would just be talking to myself on a Tuesday night, and that's very much what used to happen. I think I had 1 or 2 people that would tune in on a Tuesday night when I did these live streams, maybe a couple of years ago. So thank you guys for tuning in. And if you get a chance, please hit that like button, because maybe the likes are still continuing from the last time that I was here and then we resumed. I'm really hoping that this live stream is going to resume and be one file, so I can still upload it after it finishes on Patreon, but also that I can make it public on YouTube. So fingers crossed that will happen. I think maybe we just about made it. But anyway, Gina Cena has donated again, $9.99. And Gina says, what do you call your fans? Are we wingers? Phil fanatics? Either of those two. Normally wingers is what I used to call my 1,500 subscribers back in the day. So to me, you guys are official wingers. So there you go. But Phil Fanatics is just as good. Just, you know, great name. Is that alliteration? Phil's Fanatics? It might be, but I'm not sure about that. I have to study some English. But Yu has donated 250 yen. And the message is, would possible to play with my son in future? I don't know if it's possible to play with your son in the future. Maybe if he's on tour and he's near London, I could get out the guitar and join him on stage or something. You never know, but who knows what the future holds. But thank you so much for that donation, Yu. And then Jay Ward has donated $5. And the message is, a look at Warren Zevon live would be amazing. So thank you for that. I will add that to the list. The donations are just going on and on. Thank you guys so much. We haven't even got to the third video of the live stream yet. We did have a little interruption just for a minute or two, but these donations are crazy. Thanks guys so much, because I haven't even had a chance to look at the other videos. But Tim has donated again $2. Everything is fine. Thank you, Tim, for letting me know that this live stream is up and running again. And then Paul McKenzie has donated $5 and says, hope you can get to Emmy Sunshine soon. She just put new album out. I definitely will, because Emmy is one of those that is on my list, and I've noticed it pop up quite a few times. It just so happens I haven't got to that part of the list, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be soon, because I seem to remember seeing her name near that top section. So we will get to that soon. Thank you so much, Paul, for that donation, $5. And then we've got Chopping Broccoli, who has donated $20. Thank you for that. The message is, appreciate all your hard work and great musicianship, Phil. So thank you. We're going to be getting into the next video now, and if you get a chance, please hit that thumbs up. It's massively appreciated. I'll be in the comment section. This is another request from over on Patreon, and it's going to be Art Not Commerce from the same live stream that Haunted was from, that I played earlier in this live stream. So guys, if you get a chance, please hit that thumbs up whilst this video is playing, and I'll see you after. Rock!
Telling me what's right, but I will make my own way.
So that was my track called Art Not Commerce. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm just going to give a quick plug for my website. Hopefully the link will come up on the screen here. But this is in relation to the request earlier asking about my biography and all of that kind of stuff. There's some information on there if you want to go to the site just to find out about me. And it's the typical response that I have when any troll comes onto the channel and says, "Who are you?" Or it's funny when they say, "I don't know who you are," but they're actually addressing me because they know who I am. So that's entertaining. But also it's got all of my music and quotes from people that have listened to my music and different magazines. I think Classic Rock Magazine, there's a quote from them on my website as well about my playing and the music and stuff. So go to there if you want to. That's wingsofpegasus.com. If you want to go to the store, there's a /store you can add to that, but you can just go to the website and you'll see the store section. And while I'm talking about the store, there are t-shirts underneath this video, at least they should be, fingers crossed. And you can buy a Wings of Pegasus t-shirt if you want to as well. So while I'm putting links up on screen, we've got Patreon as well, and a massive thank you. These are the names that are going across the bottom of the screen. These are my patrons, and that's the site, patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and they make every single video possible that I do on YouTube and also make these live streams possible. So thank you guys at the bottom of the screen. You know who you are. If you want to get involved yourself, that is the place to go. But let's get that off the screen because that all worked somehow, fingers crossed. Everything is going to be okay because we did cut out. If you weren't watching earlier, the live stream had a little break in the middle of it, but I think this is going to hopefully be stitched together and be one live stream. It might just have maybe 30 seconds or a minute of black in the middle of it, but we will see what happens. Anyway, guys, if we can hit that thumbs up as well, that'd be massively appreciated. I think we've passed 300 likes, so thank you everybody for hitting that thumbs up. And we've already been going for almost an hour on the live stream, so I'm gonna have to call it a day pretty soon. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has donated in the super chat as well, because there have been so many donations tonight. And just as I say that, we've had another one, and the message, well, it's a $20 donation, and this is from Rin, and the message is, "Phil, what amazed me is how you come on every night, even on weekend. Do you ever take a break? How about vocation or vacation?" So the answer to that is no. I just do this every single night, and I've always done something every night. Even when people weren't watching me, I would still live stream on a Tuesday. I know it sounds crazy, but I just go through the motions of just doing what I do, and it's great that there's an audience now and everybody in the comment section that joins in, but I always spent time doing these things, so it's just natural for me to keep on going every day and do one every night. And as I said, I'm not sure how many videos I've done in a row, but I started last April or something, or May or June, I can't remember, it's so long ago, but I started doing the analysis videos then, and I've done a new one every night since then, and I include the live streams in that because a Tuesday night is always a live stream night. So yeah, I'll keep on going and see how long it lasts. It might be the case that if things get really big that I might have to miss doing a video because I'm off somewhere with somebody filming something that I can then release the next day, but we will see. For the moment, I can still do everything from this position, and that will go for the Frank Marino video that I'll be doing hopefully later this week, and that means that I can still do it here and release a video every night. I'll get that all sorted later in the week. But thank you so much, Rin, for that donation, $20, and Ian has just donated $50. Thank you so much for that, Ian. And the message is, "Love your work, Phil, but try not to burn yourself out. I have learned about a lot of musicians and bands I have not listened to before, and appreciate the work you put into the analysis. You look after us, but you have to look after yourself also." So thank you so much for that donation, Ian. And the donations make such a difference here on YouTube, because the support that I get on Patreon, that is the foundation. If I was talking like a band, the Patreon over there, the site, and all of my patrons are like the rhythm section. They're the foundation of everything, and they make all of these videos possible and allow me to spend less time teaching and more time researching and spending time recording the videos and editing the videos. And then this is like the guitarist, the extra bonus in the live stream is just something that makes me be able to relax because of the donations that I get here. So thank you everybody for the donations on the live stream, but it really does make it a lot easier. Before, I used to do all of this stuff without any kind of support and any financial backing, so I'm used to it being worse than it is now. So I'm quite comfortable. I think I'd say to you guys, if I needed a rest and I felt like I couldn't do it, then I would say that I'm just going to have a night off or a couple of nights off. But anybody that knows me will know that I just will do something. If I'm sat there doing nothing, I can't be idle. I've got to be doing something, whether it's updating the website or communicating with people about videos or researching or practicing guitar, practicing singing or doing teaching. I've always got to be doing something. So I'm just going to keep on going, and the analysis videos will keep on coming every night because I've got so many to get through as well. But anyway, Ian, thank you so much for that. Jen has just donated $2, and Jen says, David wanted to know your favorite color, and I did answer this earlier in the live stream. I said it was black or white because those are always the colors that I tend to lean towards for my guitars. And Jeff, thank you Jen, by the way, for that donation. Jeff in Lower Alabama has donated $10, and Jeff says, Phil, you donated right before the outage. Have you ever been to Anderton's music store? I haven't been to Anderton's music store yet. I've seen a lot of the videos on YouTube, but maybe one day that might happen. And you did donate. I did say thank you, but maybe I was offline at that point. So a massive thank you to Yu. She donated 250 yen. Trying to think of the currency there, but that was it. So thank you for Yu if you didn't get the thanks before. And I think she said, could I play live with her son? And I said it would be possible if he's on tour, or if he plays and comes to London, then I can jump up on stage at some point. Anything's possible. But thank you for that, and thank you for the reminder so that I could address that, Jeff. And that was a $10 donation. Misplaced Hillbilly has donated $5 and says, hey Phil, great show as usual. Would you be doing an analysis on Mean Mary James? The type is so small, but I'm going to keep on battling on. Analysis on Mean Mary James sometime in the future. Amazing finger speed and accuracy. So I will add Mean Mary James to the list, and possibly in the future. I've got quite a long list, but I will try and bump these ones up a little bit, because especially if you guys are donating and giving suggestions, then obviously it's helping the channel to not only be maintained, but grow into the future as well. So there might be a little bit of priority given to those super chat donation suggestions. But thank you, Misplaced Hillbilly, for that. And then Linda has donated again and says the date is showing the 15th instead of the 22nd. So I did change the date recently. I have to admit it was during the live stream, because I always forget to change the date. That's the one thing I always forget to do, so that it is like we're watching from a week ago. But hopefully, fingers crossed, the date will change. If it hasn't changed now, then it will change when the live stream goes public after I've finished. But thank you so much, Linda, for that donation. And if everybody in that comment section, hello guys, thank you for tuning in. We've got Laurie and Lisa and Wizard Wand Music and Denise and Paul and Reb and Paul, again, a different Paul, and Neil. Thank you guys for tuning in and for hitting that thumbs up button. If you haven't done that yet, please do that. I'm going to have to start probably wrapping up really soon, because it's 1:05 here in the morning. So we are going to watch one more video. This is going to be my lyric video that I made up for my track called Greed. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys after this. I'm going to be in the comment section, but if you get a chance, please hit that thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you guys before I leave at the end. But here is Greed, another track from my album called Persistence, which is available on iTunes, Amazon, and the band website, which is wingsofpegasus.com, so you can go there for the album. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you after. Rock!
Now the fire's burning low. Seize the bottle is my only friend. To think that I was once on top of the world, knowing who I was and what I become. This is how the story goes. When you fly too close to the sun, you will see, you will get shot down, crucified by your greed. Burning desire. The path to the top was paved by everyone I want all over. I realize now how I fell off the world, knowing who I was and what I become. This is how the story goes. When you fly too close to the sun, you will see, you will get shot down, crucified by your greed. Now all I own is me, no fancy cars, no company. I burned my bridges long ago. I lost the woman I love the most. The pound signs blinded my eyes. Girl, do you remember me? This is how the story goes. When you fly too close to the sun, you will see, you will get shot down, crucified by your greed.
So that was my track called Greed. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Had a couple of questions during that. One of them was who writes the lyrics to the song, and that is me. I think people who watch this channel quite a lot will start to get the idea that I do everything. So obviously when I play live, I can't play all the instruments. I did have a drummer, my old drummer from the band, who did all the drums on the album, so that's the only thing that I'm not playing on the album. But for the cover videos that I do everything on that. And somebody said that I should have my band on the show, and anybody that has ever been in a band will know that getting every band member in the same place at the same time is almost trying to get blood out of a stone or some kind of miracle to happen, because just rehearsing when you've got a gig coming up, just everyone's diaries, trying to organise them is a nightmare. So it would be good maybe in the future at some point to get the old guys on the show back together, but I think at the moment it's going to be a case of, because I do everything myself, if the live thing comes along again and I do tour, like I said, the live scene here is so dead for original music. At the moment there's no point in going out and playing because there isn't an audience. I did it for multiple years, just playing week in, week out, and even Leicester Square on a Friday night in the centre of London, there were 3 people that had gone out to watch a band. So unbelievably, I know that everyone will see London as this buzzing community and buzzing nightlife, but they're all going to other clubs. They're not going to the original music, you know, the clubs that play original music and have original bands. And half the problem is that there's no bar in terms of the quality of band. So people go out to watch a live band, they'll be absolutely awful, and then they'll never go out and watch a live band again. So it means that unfortunately the live scene is dead here. So that's why I took everything online. But if it so happens that I can get back out and play a few gigs and play with the band, it'll probably be either the guys from the band or session guys, depending on how I want to go in terms of which direction I want to go. So that's probably something that I'll have to look into in the future. But just getting other people to play the instruments, that's all I need really, because the songs and everything are my own ideas and lyrics and melodies and everything. So I just would like to say, play it exactly like that, rather than getting band members that want to change things. And I say, that's not how it goes. And there's the whole creative differences that you'll have, and so many bands have struggled with that in the past. But anyway, thank you for that question during that video. And I'm just going to bring up the super chat on screen again, because we had another donation from Poet's Dreams, which is $4.99. And the message is, love this channel. So thank you so much for that donation and all of the donations tonight. I hope you guys have had a good evening watching and sharing your Tuesday night with me. Thank you so much for doing that. And we managed to dodge, for the first time ever, a gremlin that tried to get in the way of the live stream, but we did avoid it. So thank you guys for sticking with me. And just a final call, if you can hit that thumbs up to get those thumbs up. I'm not sure how many we've got up to for tonight, but it looks like 337, so we smashed, as they say, the 300 like goal. And thank you guys, everybody, for hitting that thumbs up. It really does help the channel to grow and helps these live streams to get out there as well. So I'm going to be calling it a night now. Thank you everybody for supporting me over on Patreon. The patrons' names, those are the people who just make everything possible. Thank you guys, you know who you are. Thank you for all of the donations tonight in the super chat as well. And thank you just for tuning in and for commenting on this live stream, and also the analysis videos and my other music videos, my original stuff as well. It's massively appreciated, guys. So thank you. I will see you in the comments section of the analysis videos, and if I don't see you there, I will see you same time, same place next week. While I say that, I just remembered that here the clocks are going to change, so it means that maybe next week it'll be an hour earlier where you are if your clocks don't change. So you might have to check the timings, but I will set up an event like I do for most weeks when I remember, and I will set the time on there, so hopefully YouTube is going to convert that for you, so you'll still be there on time. But it might be an hour earlier than you expect if you don't get that notification from YouTube. So quick reminder, next week it might be an hour out because our clocks change here at the weekend. But anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week and in the comment section of the channel every single evening. So thank you guys, catch you later, rock!